Another feature that makes the biggest cities of the world different from other cities is the parks built inside the cities. These parks stand out as an icon that changes the air of the city for years, both as touristic centers and lungs of the cities. The places that stand out with the biggest city parks in the world are as follows. Vondelpark, Amsterdam, Netherlands. Spreading over an area of 120 acres, Vondelpark was opened in 1865. Although its name was Nieuwe Park at first, it was named after the author of Just van den Vondel, who lived in the 17th century. The park is visited by an average of 10 million people a year. Chapultepec Park, Mexico City, Mexico. Chapultepec Park spreads over a land of 1,695 acres and is known as the lungs of Mexico City. An average of 15 million visitors a year come to the park, and the history of the park goes back to the prehistoric Aztec tribe. Monsanto Forest Park, Lisbon, Portugal. Monsanto Forest Park in Lisbon, Portugal covers an area of 10 square kilometers. In the regreening works carried out in 1934, detainees and farmers in the region worked to revive the region. Kings Park, Western Australia, Australia. Scattered over an area of 4.06 square kilometers, Kings Park is located in Western Australia. More than 5 million visitors come to this park, which is one of the largest parks in a city in the world, in a year. Stanley Park, Vancouver, Canada, founded on an area of 4.04 square kilometers. Stanley Park is about 10% larger than Central Park in New York. The park opened in the name of Lord Stanley of Preston in 1888, and an average of 8 million visitors a year come to Vancouver to see the park. Ueno Park, Tokyo, Japan. Opened in 1873, Ueno Park is located on a land of 133 acres. Following its examples in the West, it was built in the Meiji era in order to take inspiration from Western civilization. More than 10 million visitors annually come to see this park. Beihai Park, Pekin, China. One of China's largest gardens, Beihai Park was first built in the 10th century and served as an imperial garden. The park was opened to the public in 1925. Bitsevsky Park, Moscow, Russia. Spreading over an area of 18 square kilometers, the park is one of the largest natural parks in Moscow. The park hosts more than 500 plant species. In the 19th century, 33 different kinds of mammals and 78 different kinds of bird species lived in the park. Also, the park has a bad history. In 2001 to 2006, serial killer Alexander Pichkin dwelled this park, and 59 of the 60 murders he committed took place in this park. Central Park, New York, USA. Opened in 1857, Central Park was founded on a land of 840 acres. When it was first established, it was built on an area of 778 acres. Central Park is also known as the most visited park within the borders of the USA, and approximately 37.5 million visitors come to this park every year. Grand Park, Illinois, USA. Grand Park, which was established on an area of 1.29 square kilometers, was known as Lake Park in 1844. However, in 1901 the name of Ulysses S. Grant, who led the American Civil War and was the President of the USA, was given to the park. Phoenix Park, Dublin, Ireland. An 11-kilometer wall surrounds Phoenix Park, which is established on an area of 7.07 square kilometers, and this park is known as one of the largest parks surrounded by walls in Europe. This park, whose doors are open to visitors all year, was opened in 1662. Fairmount Park, Philadelphia, USA. Scattered over an area of 4,100 acres, Fairmount Park has been open to the public since 1812. Flagstaff Gardens, Melbourne, Australia. Flagstaff Gardens, founded in 1862, is known as one of Melbourne's most visited parks. The park, established on a land of 18 acres, is one of the most important symbols of Melbourne in terms of archaeology and history. Golden Gate Park, San Francisco, USA. Golden Gate Park, which is visited by an average of 13 million people annually, was established in the 1870s and spreads over a 1,017-acre land. The park, which is open to visitors all year round, is 20% larger than New York Central Park. Golden Gate Park is also known as the second most visited park in the USA after Central Park. Griffith Park, Los Angeles, USA. Founded on a 4,310-acre land, Griffith Park is one of the largest parks in North America. This all-year-old park has opened its doors to the public since 1896 and attracts an average of 10 million visitors annually. Hyde Park, London, UK. Founded in 1637, Hyde Park was established on an area of 2.53 square kilometers. During the Great Exhibition period in 1851, this park was designated as the meeting place of the public, and since that time this park became the center of the collective shows. Hyde Park, one of the biggest parks in England and London, is known for hosting large concerts. Ibirapuera Park, São Paulo, Brazil. For Ibirapuera Park, one of the largest and most important parks in South America, it is possible to say the São Paulo branch of Central Park. Established in 1954 to honor the 400th anniversary of the city, the park is open to the public all year round. Lumphini Park, Bangkok, Thailand. Lumphini Park, built on 142 acres, stands out as an ideal park for evening runners. The park is free to ride between 10 a.m. and 3 noon, and there is a ban on smoking throughout the park. The park was built in 1920 by King Vairama. Buen Retiro Park, Madrid, Spain. Buen Retiro Park, one of the largest parks in Madrid, belonged to the Spanish royal family until the late 19th century. Opened to the public towards the end of the 19th century, the park spreads over an area of 1.4 square kilometers. There are many sculptures, monuments and galleries in the park.